Welcome everyone to More with Less, the Chef Edition. I'm not a chef, but I am a bargain hunter. And a lot of times when I go out, I'll find oddball stuff, and it has to be prepared. If you put it in the fridge because you found it, but you don't know what to do with it, it's gonna just turn to mush, and the bargain wouldn't have been such a great bargain. So yesterday I went out and I found a few things at Walmart that I really do look for, because I do have some recipes that I like to use. On occasion I'll buy things that I don't know what to do with, and then I will make something up, and then sometimes it works and on occasion it doesn't. But this is one I do pretty often. I found a roasted chicken, one of my favorite things, yay, for $2.86. I found this is teriyaki veggies and sauce saute, but we're not going to use the sauce, for $3.63. It's got a lot of cut up vegetables, and I'm going to make a soup. I'm going to create a rice base for my wife doesn't like for me to put it in the soup, so what I'm going to do is have it on the side, and we'll be able to dish that into bowl, and then we'll put the soup in on top of it. So we're going to make a chicken and vegetable soup. Thanks for coming along on More with Less. So I didn't inflict the pain of deboning the chicken because that is a little bit of a tedious process, but this is the chicken that I have left over from deboning it. And one of the things you have to put up with if you are going to cook with a bargain is that you may have to debone a chicken. So I know that this generation likes chicken planks. It's funny. I think that most people of this generation think that chicken comes without bones and comes in planks, but it doesn't. But this is a pile of meat, probably 1.5 pounds of meat. I'm going to now be putting in chicken broth. I don't usually get the low sodium chicken broth because I'm not going to add much salt to these other ingredients. And if I do use a low sodium, I end up adding a lot of salt. Okay, so after I cut up the chicken and I've got the chicken broth, I'm just going to put the chicken in the chicken broth. I've got this on a medium heat, so we don't have to cook it fast. We can cook it really, really slowly. I'm going to saute the vegetables separate because I want the vegetables to be about ready to go when I want the vegetables to be ready to go when I put them into the soup. So almost everything is going to be ready. I like using a black frying pan. We're going to use a little bit of avocado oil, about that much. I'm going to turn this on to medium, maybe 3/4, almost high. This is a tool that I really like to use. You can get them cheap online, but this will chop foods. Some of the vegetables I'm going to put in is already cut up, but I do have these onions and I have some celery that I need to put in, and onions are awesome. They really, really dress up a meal. When you cook onions, they turn kind of sweet. So some people are afraid of onions because they think they're always going to be hot. When you cook them, they turn sweet. So I'm going to use my chopper. Cut these into quarters here. And this is a no-name chopper. I've had several. They do wear out, but I will say this. They come razor sharp because my wife had to go to the hospital and get stitches when we first got this one. So they are a great tool. You can find them online. I think I got this one at Amazon or Temu, not sure. And I'm going to grind these, and I'm also going to grind my celery, and we're going to add that to the frying pan, and we're going to make sauteed vegetables. So a lot of this will kind of cook down, and I've got a lot of vegetables here, which that's awesome. but I probably needed a pan twice the size. But I'll work it out. I'm gonna add Italian seasoning. Just, you know, it's got basil and thyme and other delicious things, I guess. About that much. And then I'm gonna add salt, but not a lot because I do have salt in my broth. And we're gonna start, I'm just gonna work this, so we're not gonna film all this. I'm gonna work this until it's all sauteed. This is warming up. It'll get kind of bubbly here in a little bit. I'm gonna keep sauteing this until this is ready. And now I'm gonna make the rice over here. So I encourage everyone, get a rice cooker. When I lived in Hawaii back during the 80s, everybody used a rice cooker. I had never seen one, but they're amazing because they're simple. And we actually give them as wedding gifts real often because it's just a simple way to prepare rice, and the simpler the better for me. I use a rice cooker. What I do, I've already got a cup of rice, and I do a 2-to-1 ratio. So I've got rice, and now I'm gonna put some butter in. And obviously, I'm very measured on how much butter I put in. A clunk of butter is usually what I say, so you can look that up. Use a clunk, not a dab, a clunk. So use that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 2 cups of water. Now that makes the rice kind of sticky. I don't mind because I'm gonna be putting it in soup, and I like sticky rice. I don't like my rice to be flaky. I like it to be sticky. And then plug it in. I've got it plugged in, and hit the cook. And now in about 20 minutes, my rice will be done. So, you know, I'm joking about all my ingredients. Seriously, soup is soup. I imagine soup started because people looked in their fridge. They didn't want to go to the market, and they found some things and said, let's throw this in here. And that's kind of how I make soup as well. Now, obviously, certain things don't probably make for good soup. I don't guess I would throw brown bananas in, but if it's a vegetable, I usually feel like it'll work for soup. All right, well, this should be done just about enough. I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm just gonna start adding this to my soup. By the way, clean up after yourself, because nobody likes a cook that leaves a mess for them to clean up. Okay, it's time to eat lunch. One of the things I'm gonna do to go with it is, this is Melba toast, and I get these for 50 cents a bag. And then when I get these out, I'm gonna put a little butter on them and sprinkle a little garlic powder. So this is the soup edition of More with Less, and Josiah is the guinea pig. So this is, I guess you could call it the guinea pig version of More with Less. Here you go, I'll scoop you up some. Oh, he's gonna like this a lot. Oh no, you gotta take one more. There you go. All right, let's see. You try it. You let the audience know if we messed up. Is it good?
Really good.
So we calculated the cost of this meal. We figured that the soup with the rice was about $1.19, $1.20, up to $1.25 a meal. I did get a cheesecake. That's about 30 cents a slice, and it should feed about 10 people. So thanks for joining us. Just remember, you don't have to sacrifice anything to have more with less.